Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and if you have any comments from my previous videos or about anything, please drop them into the comments box. Today guys, I want to share with you my 8 top tips for you that is new to running and is just getting started. How can you get into running and how can you enjoy this running journey? Um, One is that I recommend that you go out to a store and find yourself really comfortable running shoes. These don't have to be really fancy, but these should be shoes that you feel comfortable in, that when you start your run, you don't start hurting right away. So comfortable shoes are really something that you should consider right away before you start on your runs. My second tip is that you should keep it short and simple. You should not wear yourself out on your first runs. Just go out and have fun. Keep it simple, which actually brings me to my third tip, which is that walking in your first runs is not a failure. You know, walking is actually a sign of progress. So you run a bit, walk when you feel tired a bit, and then you can, run, walk, and keep that mixture on in your first runs. So there's nothing wrong with walking in your first run, guys. Um, my fourth tip is that I would recommend that you find a friend or a group that you can run along with, and this is quite important, especially when it gets tough. I mean, when the weather is bad, when you feel unmotivated, when you feel you don't want to do this. If you have a friend or you're in a group that keeps you going, that pushes you. My fifth tip is that use different routes. So if on one day you use a pavement that you run on, the next day you can try a softer surface. I mean, it's good to keep things mixed up. Be adventurous in your runs. I think that helps you to look forward to your next runs. I think it can be quite boring if you just use one running route. My sixth tip would be, guys, that you remember to take that day off. I think it's quite important to give your body a rest. Also gives you an opportunity to enjoy other things in your life. I mean, you shouldn't be thinking running and running all the time. So it's important to take that day off, guys. And my seventh tip is that stretching is really important. After you run, no matter how long or short, um, put in your stretching, put down your stretching mat, and give your body that stretch. Your legs, keep them in good shape. That will help you to reduce injury, but also to keep fit for your next runs. My last tip is that, and people always overlook this, but I think it's nice and it's important for you to document your runs. And that's important when it comes to a year from, I mean, not even a year, but let's say a month or 3 months or 6 months from now, to look back and see how much progress you've put into your running, how better you've become. What are some of the challenges that you found along the way? And people always think, oh, what should I document? But it could be about how long you ran, what routes you used, and what routes you think are working out for you, and what routes are not working. How the weather was, who you ran with, what you found was interesting along your routes. So it could be pretty much anything, but I think the key message here is that once you have a documentation of your run, it keeps you motivated and helps you to look at and probably set your next goals. Because once you look at your progress, maybe you want to start thinking about, oh, maybe I should sign up for that 5K or that 10K. Once you have that documentation, it helps you to put things into perspective. All right, that's all from me today, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and if you are new to the channel, and send in those comments about anything that I've talked about today or from the previous videos. That's all from me guys today, and I'll see you in the next video.